Welcome to the family with
Mike Bryant.
Oh,
whoops.
try this.
We'll try this one. Welcome to the family with
Mike Bryant.
There we go. And Andy Bernard.
There it is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we got it all worked out. Everything's magnificent. No question about that. I just saw a headline, the top selling Halloween candies in every state over the past 17 years. How many different kinds of Halloween candies are there? There's the
It's any candy you want.
Uncountable.
I suppose it's any kind of candy you want.
Yep.
What
Mike is
mine is?
no his.
Oh, his is.
My mic. Something wrong with my mic?
It's like cutting in and out.
Wonder. Well, if it continues, we'll just move one over. there.
Switch me over.
It's
Yeah,
good
if
right
it happens
now.
again, you can just like pick another one.
Okay.
Slide one down. Okay, any guess what the number one Halloween? Because my guess would be those little triangles of the candy corn.
Number one. Those are horrible.
Yeah, and people don't like those.
Yeah.
They don't?
I'm gonna go number one. It's gonna be like a little candy bar, like a Snickers.
I'm thinking
or a
Snickers
Reese's.
Snickers or Reese's Cups are my two guesses.
All right. I'm clicking on it right now, so we're going to find out exactly what it is. Okay, well, I'll go from 10 to 1.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen any of them. Number 10, Butterfinger.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's in Arkansas. What?
I strongly associate Butterfinger with Halloween. I don't feel like anyone
Oh,
eats
really?
them outside of Halloween.
I eat them outside.
I don't know why.
I always liked them.
Yeah, I eat them. Yeah, when my wife's not looking.
When you're yeah, there you go.
So there's this place, this is just real quick. There's this place where they give out candy. And so I always check if she's looking. I'll throw a piece of candy in my mouth. The other day I throw a piece of candy in my mouth and I come back and I'm still chewing it. It's like, what am I, stupid?
Yeah, what?
He's
He's still chewing it.
Yeah, I'm learning that trick now that I have a toddler. If I want some candy or something,
Yep.
you gotta know how to eat it fast and stealthily.
Mm-hmm.
And stealthily.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like Butterfingers too, and I never really understood why I did, because that inside was kind of weird.
That little,
It sticks to your teeth.
Yeah,
I hate
your
that.
teeth. Yes.
It tastes really good, but it's the
Yep. Kind of
feeling is
placky
just
stuff.
Ugh, yeah,
Mhm.
really not fun.
Okay, so number 10 is Butterfinger. Arkansas, Massachusetts, Oklahoma, South Carolina, Virginia, and Wisconsin likes
Wow.
Butterfinger.
Wisconsin.
Number 9 is Hershey Mini Bars.
Yep. Okay.
Number 1 in Hawaii,
The
Nevada.
crackles.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I love Mr. Crackle or whatever. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hawaii, Nevada, Rhode Island, and West Virginia.
Okay.
Number 8, Hershey Kisses. So I do love Hershey Kisses.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Got a lot of work.
Yeah, you
Well,
gotta
unwrap
unwrap each one. Just chew the foil. It's easier.
Number 1 in Arizona and Colorado would be Hershey Kisses. Number 7's Candy Corn. I knew it was going to be in the top 10.
What state is sick enough to give that out number one?
There are 2 of them.
Yeah.
Any guess which 2 it might be?
Let's see. I'm
It'd
going
be
to go
like-
Mississippi and
It's gonna be weird states like Alaska and Maine.
yeah.
Number 1 in our hearts, Candy Corn. It was number 1 in Maryland and Utah.
Maryland and Utah. Maybe Joe likes them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there you go.
Well, Utah's a pretty weird state.
Could
So
be. Well, I suppose. The Utes,
The Utes.
named after the Utes.
Mhm.
Number 6, Hot Tamales. I hated them.
Oh.
I like hot tamales.
they're all right.
So that's interesting because they're number 1 in Minnesota.
Oh wow.
Really?
Really?
Huh.
Is there anything about Minnesota that I fall in with everybody else?
There's people who
Not a
like
lot.
throw those into like into hot applesauce to make
Oh,
it
yeah.
kind of
Really?
fiery.
Cinnamonified. Yeah, cinnamon and
Really?
applesauce is a
Yeah.
good combo. And those
Yep.
are basically just cinnamon and gelatin. So
Yep.
why not?
So Hot Tamales, number 1 in Minnesota, New Mexico, and North Dakota.
Wow.
We get to the top 5, Starburst.
Oh yeah.
Starburst is good.
Number 1 in Indiana and Michigan.
Okay.
Oh, Skittles. Only number 1 in one state. If there's one state that likes Skittles the best, at number 4,
Hawaii.
we already did Hawaii.
Yeah,
Oh,
Hawaii
we already
was
got Hawaii? Okay.
something. I don't remember.
Um,
Hershey's bars, I think.
Hawaii was Hershey Mini
How about
Bars.
Washington State?
Nope. Way far away.
The other side. So New York.
Farther south.
Farther south. No, we are in Maryland. South Carolina.
West Virginia. Mountain Mama.
Mountain Mama.
Oh,
Take me home.
God. Thank you so much. Skittles are number 1 in Alabama.
Alabama.
Huh.
Yep. Number 3, Sour Patch Kids. I hate those.
Who?
I used to love them as a kid, but
Terrible.
Who would have Sour Patch Kids?
Terrible. Number 1 in Alaska, Delaware, Illinois, Maine, Nebraska, New York, and Texas.
all over the place.
Because I'm looking at number 2. I just got a gander at number 1, and I would have to agree with them.
Okay.
Nana's here with
Hello.
Jude.
Judy.
Judy's here.
Number 2 is what?
Number 2 is Reese's peanut butter cup.
Okay,
Yep,
that's
there you
where
go.
we had it.
Yep.
Yep.
Number 1.
Snickers.
No, wait a minute. We got to do the states where Reese's are number 1 in Florida, Kentucky, New Hampshire, and Wyoming.
Oh, there we go.
Wyoming. Represent.
Where Nana was born in Wyoming.
And you guys are
born in
representing
Wyoming?
Florida.
Sure was Cheyenne.
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne,
Cheyenne
Wyoming.
country, or what is it? Frontier Days.
Okay, now the next one, the number 1. This is number 1 in the country.
It's going to be something weird like Fluffernutter, isn't it?
Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places where it's number 1 in the state.
It has to be
Snickers.
Snickers.
It's not Snickers. I'm
Really?
surprised, but it's not
Is it
Snickers.
M&M's?
M&M's.
Yep.
Oh,
M&Ms.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
weird.
he found, look who found skin.
What?
Look who found
He loves to lick my
Oh.
skin, and I
It's
don't
like, what
know
the
why.
hell are
What
you
is
talking?
this? What are
Snickers
these
didn't even
words?
make the list. That's weird.
That is very
Snickers
weird.
Good
did
morning,
not make
everybody.
the list.
Andy,
Mm-hmm.
Samaritan's Purse is a no-go for
Yeah,
today
I know.
again.
I told them
Oh, you can't do it
Wednesday
again?
we'll try, but
This is so frustrating. I mean, I know that
No,
they've
it's a
got-
hurricane, you
they
know.
have terrible communication problems
Mhm.
there and all that stuff, and I just would really like to talk to them, but
Well, we'll get
what
it
are you
done.
gonna do?
Okay, you can fill it out. So, Andy, your favorite overall is what? Halloween candy we're talking here.
I'd probably have to say the Reese's peanut butter cups.
Yep. There we
Okay.
go.
I can't
Yeah.
eat many of them. They make me sick after a couple, but
Yeah,
if I eat just the right amount, it's my favorite.
So you're gonna be able to take the kids out trick or treating and then steal their Reese's peanut butter
Ooh.
cups. There you
Love
go.
And this
You know
year he's
what?
going trick or treating proper.
Yep.
He goes up to, well, he's already started. He'll ring our doorbell and say trick or treat.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, for one, it's July.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And for two, you can't do that at your own house.
well, you can.
trick or treat.
Nice.
He's got it figured out. Did you tell Michael what your son said to you last week?
No, but he's been doing that a lot lately.
Oh,
'cause
you got to
he-
hear this.
I
What'd you say?
laughed, and so I reinforced it. Now it's his
Oh.
favorite thing to say.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
I swear we should make a T-shirt company and just do kidisms.
Yeah,
Well,
for real.
you're right.
So I was singing this song from this cartoon,
Okay.
and then Melissa had to leave the room, so he got all mad.
Mhm.
And so to cheer him up, I tried singing the song again.
Mhm.
And he comes over and he says,
Excuse
"You
me.
don't sing that crap again."
You don't sing that
Don't
crap
sing
to
that-
me.
Yeah, so now whenever I sing, he says, "You don't sing that crap." I'm like, great.
Nice.
Such a kid. Such a kid is all I have to say.
Well, I have to say, when we went to that little parade in Watertown,
Oh God, yeah.
and I told Seiji to save me some Smarties, and he came and he gave me all the Smarties. So trick or treating with them, I know I'm going to get my
You're gonna get
preferred
Smarties.
candy.
Sure.
Yes, I'm going to get.
Smarties are rare in America.
Not even on the list.
No,
You know, I
it's-
only like Smarties like a little bit, and the white one's the best. I don't know why.
Huh.
I
Hmm.
have no idea.
That's
But for
weird.
some reason, it just scratches an itch.
The first time I ever had Smarties, I think, was in England,
Really?
and I'm pretty sure I like them more than M&Ms.
Oh.
Just like
you-
standard M&Ms,
Well,
like peanut M&Ms or peanut butter M&Ms, or you can't beat
Because I
them.
don't like super sweet stuff anymore.
Oh
It
yeah,
just
Smarties
makes me
are
sick.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
Smarties are a lot less sweet, I think.
The
There's our educator.
the candy's different in England though.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not as
Like,
sweet.
It
not
had the
nearly as
greatest
sweet.
Kit Kat bar I've ever had in my life in England.
That's because in England it's a different company.
yeah.
I think
Oh my
it's
God, it was good.
It's like it's
Well-
someone here and Mars over there, or vice versa.
I thought it was the same company, but they make things
Nope.
differently over there. They don't make that waxy chocolate, and they don't overdo the sugar.
No, Kit Kats are made by someone else overseas.
Oh,
Yeah, it was on
Okay.
Carnoustie when I ate it.
Let's
Oh,
see.
there you
my
go.
Oh,
God,
it's
was that
Hershey's
good.
here, which would be Nestle, I think.
yeah. I thought Nestle was still owned. The
Yeah,
brand.
Nestle owns Kit Kat, but I think they are made by Mars in Europe.
Oh, in Europe.
Hmm,
I think.
I don't have any idea.
Who makes European Kit Kats?
Well, like Cadbury is completely different here than it is in
It
England.
is.
Yeah,
Is
it's
it?
not. I don't like Cadbury here. Cadbury there's very good.
Oh, it's produced by Nestle everywhere but in America.
Oh,
In America, it's produced by Hershey.
oh, okay.
That's
Ah,
why.
that makes
So we get the
sense.
crappy ones.
Well, Hershey puts that whatever stuff in their chocolate that some people
Yeah,
think tastes like vomit.
Butyric acid, I think.
Yeah.
Why do they put that in there?
It's
Because we let them.
yeah. There's a million different explanations. But
I don't
So we can
understand.
eat Hershey bars in 50 years.
Yeah.
Well, like, haven't you ever opened so one of the teachers I work with keeps a little container of Hershey's Kisses on her
Sure.
thing
Standard teacher
on
stuff.
her desk. Yep.
Mhm.
And we do this thing called secret speck at the end of the day. And one of us picks a speck on the ground and we have the kids pick up specks on the ground. And then whoever
Okay.
gets the secret speck gets a Hershey's
No.
Kiss.
Okay.
sounds very
So
fun.
I opened up the thing to get a Hershey's Kiss and I just got a waft of vomit
Yeah, I
smell.
know.
Oh,
Yes.
oh, I agree. I understand that
there's
smell.
there's a
Yeah.
hint of like sour milk.
Yeah, like
to
when
the
you go to
chocolate.
Costco
Yeah.
and they got
Yeah.
all the candy, or a Walgreens and they've got all the candy out for Halloween. To me, it smells like puke too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's because they put butyric acid in there,
No,
which
it's not a pleasant smell.
it's
My
the-
puke must smell different.
it's the same thing that makes
What are you
Parmesan cheese.
eating?
I don't know.
It's the
I don't
same
know.
thing that makes Parmesan cheese smell and taste like it does.
Hmm.
You know how it's got like that unique-
Delicious, but stinky. Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm.
basically. So
Yeah.
they put that in chocolate, and there you
Ah.
go.
Maybe
Parmesan cheese and chocolate.
Mhm,
You know.
tasty.
Maybe it could be a
Same
thing.
old
Good
You never know.
combo.
It's true.
Every
Extra
time-
vomity smell.
Every time I hear that word, I think there was a friend of mine who had a new girlfriend, and it didn't last very long because we went out to eat, went on a double date, went out to an Italian restaurant, and she asked the server to bring her some Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
Yeah,
Parmesan.
Parmesan cheese. Yes, I'll bring it right over to you. No.
We don't have that
Was
here.
she an athlete?
Yeah, athlete.
I know. I hate and realtor. I hate those.
Realtor.
Allie was watching TV yesterday and just going around the channels, and she pulled up the Tom Selleck show, and I told her about the guy who called it McNumpy.
Oh yeah, Magnum.
McNumpy.
Oh yeah.
What is
Oh, Magnum PI.
Yeah,
they called it
Oh,
Magnumpy.
God.
Yeah, I love that show,
Funny.
McNumpy.
I was like, what are you trying to actually say? Like, I couldn't even think of what.
Mom,
It
you're
took
not
me a
actually in
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh, sorry.
You
And
never
Oh.
I'm
know.
also Josh Arnold.
Get it
Sorry.
together.
You're Josh Arnold. That's exactly right.
What's with this T-shirt? Am I campaigning next
You
week
are.
or what's
Oh,
going
that's
on
right. You
there?
haven't seen the T-shirt.
I
seen
have
the
not
shirt.
seen
Hasn't
the
seen the shirt.
T-shirt.
It's from
No.
Charlie.
Charlie in Albuquerque. KB1,
Lakes
KB2,
and
24.
Quakes. I
It's
like it.
hilarious.
Lakes and Quakes.
All right. So KB. So I'm president. She's vice president. Oh
Yeah.
no, I want to be vice president.
Mm.
Yeah, she's
I
like,
don't
So you
want
don't
to
have
be
to do
president.
anything?
Exactly. You get all the perks. And
Yeah,
you
you
have
get to
none of the
just
responsibilities.
sit there and look pretty.
I am definitely a vice president kind of person.
Yeah.
Okay, so to close on the story here,
The candy story.
the candy story, Nana and Alex, what's your favorite Halloween candy? Because we got everybody else's.
Well, I think we got Smarties.
Well,
Smarties.
I mean, I do like a milk dud.
Yeah, that's
Milk
true. You used to
duds.
eat milk
Wow.
duds every time you watched a movie.
Yeah.
Every time I watched a movie, milk duds and popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
Still, if I go to the movies, that's what I want for sure.
For me, it's Bunch of Crunch. I don't know why. I just strongly
am-
associate Bunch of Crunch with movies.
I absolutely do too.
No
Yep.
clue why.
Because
Yeah,
that's the
it's
only
weird.
place you could get it.
That's true.
I think at one
For a
time.
long
No.
time.
Yeah.
Bunch of crunches.
Well, I found out that
it's, sort of like Rice Krispie.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically
Kind of
Rice
chocolate.
Krispie chocolatey
Mhm.
chunks.
thing.
Yeah.
I found out that Whole Foods sells red vines without the food coloring,
Ooh.
and it was the
Uh-oh.
best
So
day
they're
of my
clear
life.
vines?
Uh-oh.
No, they are red,
Oh,
but they're
So what
not
makes
dyed
them
with
red?
food coloring.
probably beet juice or something. Yeah.
Mhm.
But
Who does?
I
Whole
went to a
Foods?
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whole Foods does. I bought those and I went to a movie and I was like, I'm the happiest person that could be.
So you snuck them in.
You know, there's one
Yeah,
on
put
your
'em in
way
my
home
purse.
off 394 in Plymouth
They're
Boulevard.
so good.
Andy,
They're
a Whole
so good.
Foods.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah,
my favorite,
so
if,
expensive.
if you're just like getting, oh my gosh, we have to talk about expensive grocery stores because I
Okay.
got, anyway,
There are
Um,
some out there.
Halloween candy. So like the Halloween candy that you would get anywhere, right?
Mhm.
You're saying, I'd say Twix.
Oh, Twix
Oh,
are good
yeah,
too.
Twix
Probably
wasn't on the
my
list either.
favorite. I like
Yeah,
Twix.
wasn't on the list.
I
I
really
like
like
Twix a
them,
lot.
the fact that they're like mini little ones. You know,
Yes.
you don't have to eat a whole candy
Yeah,
bar.
like a little Twix.
Yeah.
I
perfect.
found them. It's radish extract.
Oh,
Oh,
on
interesting.
the red
Okay.
buns.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
red.
just got a bunch of lines going here.
Yeah, there's a lot happening.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that after the show. People talking over one another,
Oh,
getting
good.
worse by the day.
Say that
That'll make for fun
twice
radio.
a week.
Yeah.
People
Exactly.
love that.
Yeah, that'll be. Love that kind of
I
stuff.
said after the show. It's not going to be on the air
I said after this. That's actually what you said.
after this. So
Anyway.
basically, your favorite Halloween candy is what?
I'd say Twix.
Twix.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like Almond Joy and Mounds. I also
Oh.
love, but I feel like you just don't see those that much
No.
anymore.
You
Love 'em.
don't.
That's true.
The coconut and the almond.
Oh, delicious.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate them.
Yeah.
Just like
They
do.
hate them.
A lot of people hate coconut.
Yep.
There's a hippy dippy version called Unreal, and it's like a
Oh, we
Mounds
bought
bar.
so many of those in Florida because they had Publix.
They're so good.
Yep.
I found one. So the kids had them because a neighbor's family bought them and they didn't like them. And so they gave them all to my children.
Thanks,
And
neighbor.
yeah, I was like, okay.
Here, I hate these. You
There
can
was
have
like
them.
8 of them. Well, I think Fawn was like, we love those.
Oh, okay.
And so they were like, you can have them. We don't want them. And so they had them in a little basket. And I was like, okay, let's make sure to keep them in the kitchen so the dogs don't get them, blah, blah, blah. And then that night I went to bed and I found one under my pillow.
Oh,
So one
Oh.
of the kids
Mm,
tooth fairy.
Aw,
I
tooth
was
fairy.
like, what?
that's cute.
I know, it was really funny.
No, we didn't, because you asked a couple of things that are outside of the top 10.
Oh, okay.
So here we go. Tootsie Pops are number one in New
Tootsie
Jersey.
Pops. Wow.
I don't know.
Not
Not
a
a huge
huge
They're
fan.
I kinda
very
like those.
okay.
They
I
had the
mean-
big owl commercial. That's probably before you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
how many licks does it take to get
Yeah.
to the center of a
Center
Tootsie
Tootsie
Pop?
Pop,
I
yeah.
100%. One, two,
a two,
a
a
three.
three.
Yes.
Yep.
Definitely remember
They played that commercial for I think 60 years
Yeah.
consecutively.
Truly.
Was drawing like crayon or
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
on a rock
it
wall.
was.
Okay, Lemonhead. I don't even know what a lemon head is.
lemon
yeah,
head,
you
just
do.
lemon.
They're like lemon drop.
Yeah.
Oh, they're a lemon
Hard
head.
They look
lemon
like
candy.
itty
Yeah.
bitty lemons.
Yeah.
And they got a little sugary coating.
What state likes those?
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah,
Get us
Louisiana.
Those are good.
Louisiana.
I like a
Yeah, they're
lemon
good.
candy.
Ohio. I didn't even know what this is. Number one in Ohio is Blow Pops. What the hell is
Oh,
a
it's
Blow
the-
Pop?
It's like a Tootsie Pop, but there's
With
gum in the
gum.
middle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gross.
with gums.
Which
yeah.
yeah, even as a kid, I was like, this. It just feel chewing
Yeah.
hard
Yeah.
candy and gum simultaneously is a
Ish.
very gross feeling.
Well, plus
Yeah.
the gum gets the candy in it.
Yeah.
and it's kind
Exactly.
of crunchy and it
Well,
doesn't
Not a
work.
fan.
gross.
And it
No,
was
they're
super
And the kids-
sugary.
Oh,
gum.
yeah.
Yeah, and the
Sugary.
kids swallow the gum too,
Yep.
and I don't think that's
Oh,
good
yeah.
for you. I don't know.
Well, it's like a special kind of gum that I think is designed to be swallowed
Mhm.
because it feels like less dense than normal gum.
Okay.
I don't know.
There you have it. Mississippi just jumped way up on my charts as far as the state is concerned. Number one in Mississippi are Three Musketeers.
Oh,
Love Three
Those are good.
Musketeers.
I don't know if I've ever
God,
had one.
I
So it's a
What?
Snickers
Oh,
without
wait.
the peanuts.
Yes,
right?
I have. Yeah,
Pretty
it's
much.
just
I
basically just
haven't-
nougat, I
I
think.
haven't seen one of those in a
'Cause
million years.
Because what's the one that's just nougat?
I think that's
Mars
Three
bar?
Musketeers, isn't it?
No,
It is
that's
Three
a Mars
Musketeers.
bar, isn't it?
Mars bar.
No, because Three Musketeers is
Mars
chocolate
bar-
caramel nougat.
Mars
Right.
bar is chocolate caramel nougat.
Well, what's just the nougat and the chocolate?
Three
That might be-
Musketeers.
That's Three Musketeers.
I think it's Three Musketeers.
But why would that be 3 Musketeers? There's only 2 Musketeers.
wait,
Oh,
we're
God,
getting-
he's-
we're getting
Getting way too literal.
It's actually a good question.
Yeah, that's true.
Because originally each bar had chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla flavors in them.
Strawberry.
So they were
I didn't know
Neapolitan bars.
Oh, and
But-
now it's just nougat and chocolate.
But then they got rid of that a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I don't
Three
even-
Musketeers
do you
is
even
only the
remember
2.
that?
It's
Yeah.
just
Okay.
chocolate and
Musketeers?
chocolate.
No.
Strawberry?
I do not.
Chocolate covered nougat. That's all it is. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's okay.
Nougat.
I always get them
Nougat.
confused because I think 3 Musketeers has to be
You would
caramel
think
chocolate nougat.
3, but nope.
Nope,
The name
Nothing
has
to do with it.
name has not been true for many years.
All right.
Okay.
All right, Alex, you'll
Yes.
do well in Montana. Twix is number one in Montana.
Montana.
I
You have to
love
eat it the correct
Montana.
way. You have
There
to
you
eat
go.
the caramel off, eat
Yeah.
the chocolate
Mhm.
around the cookie, and then eat the cookie.
And then eat the
It's
cookie.
the
Yeah,
only
deconstruct.
appropriate way to
Little
eat
mouse. A Twix.
Twix.
All right, now Almond Joy came up.
Delicious.
Almond Joy is number one in Connecticut and Missouri.
I agree with them.
I hate these Jolly Ranchers. Ugh.
Jelly
No.
Ranchers.
No,
Terrible.
they're
Never eat one again. I'd be
yeah.
happy.
they're
Yeah.
just sugar.
It's sugar.
It's a
That's all
sugar
it is.
pill.
I would never
Yeah.
intentionally eat a Jolly Rancher.
Sugar and fruit juice, basically.
Mhm.
Jolly Ranchers are number one in Georgia and South Dakota.
South Dakota. Uh-oh.
No.
I think South Dakota, they use them also for like in diners. They'll have them in bowls. At
Oh, do
diners
they
and
really?
everything,
Really?
Yeah.
Like an after dinner rancher.
Well, they could
After
substitute as a
dinner
bullet
rancher.
when you're if you don't want them.
And then number one outside the top 10, coming in at number 11 in Tennessee and Idaho would be Snicker bars.
Yeah, it had to
Snickers
be
are good.
high up.
Snickers
Yeah.
are good.
They're
I
good
like
stuff.
A Snickers. Yeah.
Oh
I'd
my
always eat
God.
a Snickers.
Snickers are good for hiking and stuff. Everybody, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're
That's-
supposed to
Yep.
carry with you when you're
Snickers.
exerting yourself
They're
a lot.
very
I
high
was like-
calories.
Salted nut
I
rolls.
gotta show you.
Oh,
yeah,
You
salted
get the
Pearson.
peanut
Look at
and the
that.
salt.
The kids. Oh, wow.
Map of the United States
Well,
with
then.
the candy.
The
in it.
kids. We did the family mile on. Well, I did the 10K on Saturday, and then we did the family mile. And they usually give you a salted nut roll
Mhm.
afterwards. They did not this year.
So did they stop the
Mm.
Nut Goody? That's Pearson's candy. That was in Minnesota, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I think that still
love
exists.
nuts.
I thought there was some rumor going around that they were stopping the
Pearson salted nut rolls too.
the other one.
The other one.
Nut
Yeah,
goody.
Nut Goody.
Not goody.
Don't stop nut goodies.
You
They're
used to
great.
have them in the big barrels at
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Menards or one of those places.
Where is that factory anyway?
It's down in
Fifth.
but isn't it in-
7th, West 7th.
Or it's West 7th where you used to
Oh,
live.
okay.
Yeah, you used to
Okay.
live right behind
Yep.
it.
They discontinued their maple nut goodies,
No,
Oh,
but nut goodies regular style are
Oh,
just fine.
Maple Nut Goodies. Okay.
Works like a
They were
charm.
discontinued in 2022.
My mother was a great big huge fan of the salted nut roll.
I love salt nut.
Yeah.
I used to when I was in college. I'd go deer hunting with my dad. I'd go out in the woods. I'd sit there, eat a salted nut roll, fall asleep, wake up, eat
Yeah.
another salted nut roll. I mean, if a deer came up and shot it itself, that was the only way I was gonna
Yeah.
get one. But that's all I did.
Why would
was
you
eat
fall
salted-
asleep with all that sugar in your system?
Because I was tired. It'd be right after finals, and
Well,
Oh.
to go deer hunting, don't you have to wake up at like 4 a.m.?
yeah,
I mean, yeah, I
Well,
would be
deer are
falling
walking
asleep
around
too.
all day though.
Yeah, but to go deer hunting, for some reason, you have to wake up insanely early.
that's more duck hunting. you
Is
know.
it?
Yeah, you didn't have to get out that early for deer, but duck would be early.
Okay, I have to read this because is anything all right in California? Do they have to change everything about America?
What do
I
they
don't
want
know.
to
Ask
change?
my running mate. I don't know.
What do they want
running
to
mate?
change now?
Call Kristen.
That's right. You're running mate. She lives in California.
Is that Kristen Burt?
Mhm.
Is that the other KB? Okay.
Another
Mhm.
KB, Kristen Burt. She came up with KB1 and KB2. She's
I
the one
don't
that
think
came
he'd
up
agree
with
with her as president. I think he'd have problems.
it. I got a lot of problems with whoever becomes president.
Wow.
So what difference does that make?
Mhm.
I mean, I can do it before this one because this is not that big a deal. But seriously, I'm getting so tired of watching the. Every Monday, I get up a little early to watch the national news. It's the only time I
Why
watch
are
it
you
during the
still
week.
watching the news?
I just can't believe they're that big of assholes on
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
I mean, they're just making these dirty faces at the camera. It's like, you'll destroy the United States. Like, would you settle down? I mean, do they think it's a good idea to make people irate by watching their news?
Well, I think people are catching on because
I
the
hope
Minneapolis Star Tribune is asking for donations.
Yeah.
CNN was
Good
asking
luck.
for donations.
Yeah, they were.
I don't think these news outlets are doing great. With
No. Fox
viewership.
is the only one I think that gets over 1 million, and it's barely.
Yeah, that's not very much for a news channel.
Yeah.
That used to be like 12, 13, 14 million.
I know.
viewers.
I wonder if I
Back
can
in the
find
day.
like ratings from the 90s.
Oh God, I bet you can.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they both, and it's both
Well,
Fox and CNN.
yeah, it
they
just all depends if you just want to, it's just all rage bait at this
It is,
point,
yeah,
and it's
it
just
is.
sad.
Who needs it? But I'll get back to the California thing when if Andy finds that,
The ratings.
or the number, the ratings on Fox and CNN, because neither one of them is doing well anymore. Well, who couldn't take it? It's just negative, hateful
Well,
crap.
Every once in a
Yep.
while, they would all of a sudden be like, "Oh, we're going to stop being rage bait. And we're going to be
Mhm.
more,
Sure you are.
more bipartisan." And then all of a sudden, they do that for a week, and then they go right back to rage
Yep.
bait.
You can't find it, Andy.
I can find paywall articles that I'm not going to pay for. Here we go. Let's see. Average viewers. This would be August, so relatively recently.
Yep.
Oh, they've actually gone up quite a bit because it's an election year.
Oh,
so
election year.
Everyone's rage watching.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Fox topped at 2.2 million. MSNBC 1.8 and CNN 1.
See, and I think CNN has actually gotten better as far as not being so rage baity.
But MSNBC has gotten a lot worse.
They're-
Oh, they're
they're-
terrible. Yeah.
wow, they are wow.
Everybody settle down. We'll live through it, right?
Yep.
What are you going to do?
Total day average 1.4 for Fox, 1 for MSNBC, and 600,000 for CNN.
That's
Wow.
it? 600,000?
No wonder they're
Yep.
asking for donations.
Mhm.
They're gonna get. Can they keep the doors open with that kind of?
I wouldn't
number?
think so. That's terrible.
Oh, it's all advertisers, though. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not the audience. It's advertisers.
Well, most of Fox's views come in for they're not news. They're the 5 or Hannity or Gutfeld or whatever.
The
Those
shows themselves.
talk shows, basically.
Yeah.
So there's that. I don't know.
Plus, they like Mike Lindell commercials. The only other reason they watch Fox.
Yeah.
God, he's doing a commercial right now. Apparently, there's some major distributor canceled a huge order.
Oh,
Mhm.
great.
So now he's selling it at a cut rate for everybody, which is good for people. But I mean, it just, man, if you get involved in those political arguments, you
Yep.
are going to pay the
Yeah,
price.
No, he went
it's
deep.
Not pretty. He
He
did
went
go
deep.
deep.
Sure did.
He
That's-
went very deep.
You know. So,
Mhm.
and in the end, I think he won't get support. Back.
What do you
I
mean?
think Trump will forget him.
Oh, I
Completely.
understand what you're saying
Yep.
there.
Yep. It's
I
not
do
a. It's not a
understand what you're
two-way
saying.
street.
No, with
that's-
politicians, it's never
And
a
that's
two-way
not.
street.
That's not getting into the basis. That's just saying. That's. I
Yeah.
like Mike.
You know what's interesting?
What's
I was talking. I'm going to have lunch tomorrow with a couple of friends of mine,
Mhm.
and it's not necessarily to say who they were, but I'm talking about governors, United States senators, that
Oh,
level
that call you got?
of
Ilk.
the call I got.
Okay.
But what's weird is I was sitting talking to some friends over the weekend,
Mhm.
and their kids were probably, I would guess, 35 and 33, maybe something like that. Yeah, a little bit younger than Andy and Alex. But I said, yeah, I'm having lunch on Tuesday with a couple of guys, and they said their names. Never heard of them.
Yeah. Well, they forget them. You know,
They're
there's no-
35 years old. You never heard of them.
but they forget. They just forget
Oh,
I
names.
guess they do.
15 years in the United States is very, music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Forgotten.
Yeah.
Everything's
Oh,
forgotten.
yeah.
15
Yeah, that's
years
true.
is about.
That is
yeah.
true.
I've been with candidates that have run a poll the year after they ran for election and been so depressed about their name ID. You know,
Yeah,
it's
they
like
don't have
one
any-
year.
yeah, one
Yeah.
year, just because
Yep.
that's the way it is. People move on. They
They
forget
sure
stuff.
do.
But I assume he wants something. It's my guess.
Oh, you
but-
think she's wants? Well, we're going to find
Yeah,
out, I
that's
guess.
what I
If
said.
he's
I
gonna-
said, what do
they're
they want?
They are politicians, so
Yeah.
yes, that
Yeah.
would be a good guess. I would.
Yep,
imagine.
that's
So,
my guess. But
We'll
you know.
see.
maybe it's just they want to get together with you because they miss you.
That's what it is.
More than likely
They've
not.
got that sparkling personality. Is that what you're saying? Okay. The reason I said California, is anything all right in California? Do you hear what they banned
They
now in
leather.
California?
What they ban?
California just became the first state to ban sell-by dates.
Sell by dates.
Isn't that when stuff is fresh? The
Yeah,
sell-by date
sure
is
is.
Well,
fresh?
here's the thing about sell-by dates.
Oh,
They
here we
don't
go. Okay.
actually mean anything.
Well, they don't.
It's like
Well,
a
that's true.
it's a made-up thing to try to get people to just buy it
quickly.
quickly in time because 40% of food that's on grocery store shelves goes to waste.
Yes, that's true.
40%.
Mhm.
Oh God.
So a sell-by
Why
date
isn't
is
it
just a
cheaper then?
sell-by date is just a made
You
up.
have to throw half of it away almost.
Yeah.
Right, but shouldn't it be cheaper if
If
you're
it was
throwing it
cheaper
away?
than you'd
Yeah,
buy it.
that's true.
Because isn't
Oh, you
that
mean by
product
some-
demand? Isn't that how
Yeah.
it works? That
Yeah.
you've got more
I-
product.
Yeah,
than demand?
there's use by.
Oh,
Right?
So this law
And
is
Best
actually
Buy.
Best Buy. Yeah, it's all made
the
up.
California thing is basically meaningless. Sell by is banned, but use by is not.
It's like all
It's
of a
the
sudden
same thing.
So
it's like
yeah.
beer. All of a sudden they started
no.
putting started putting dates on beer. It's canned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
As long as it fizzes when you open it, it's a fine.
Well, sell by
You've
and
never
use
had
by.
bad beer.
Sell
Huh?
by and use by.
You've never had skunky bad beer.
No.
Ugh.
How-
That's usually from exposure to light. That's why beer bottles
Or
aren't clear.
heat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Being out in the
Mhm.
heat.
Yeah,
If it's in-
skunky beer is really bad.
Mm.
I
It's
don't drink a
horrible.
lot of beer, so.
Yeah, I'd never.
And when I was in
drink
high
beer.
school, beer was not my jam.
And then some people just don't like beer. Skunky beer doesn't make a difference. They
IPA
don't
starts
like it.
off skunky. So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's
There you
all kind
go.
of a little skunky.
Yeah.
By the way, I won't say where it is, but it might be somewhere between where we live in this building. I stopped by to use a trash can.
Mhm.
Catherine will know which one I'm talking about, but I'm not going to say where it is.
Oh, your favorite. Mhm.
But every Monday, I open up that trash can and there are about 6 or 7 empty cases of beer in there, the
Mhm.
cans of beer. 6 or 7 of them every Monday.
Somebody is hiding his consumption from the missus.
Holy,
Or it could be the other
Or
way
could be
around.
the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
nothing
usually
to say
beer
on
is a
that
guy
topic.
thing.
I got
That's
nothing
true.
to say on that topic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well.
Alex, you were going to make a point about use by, sell by?
Well, sell by is different than use by because use by is like
Use by is legit. I
eat
think.
it.
Yeah,
Not really.
pretty. Wow.
It's all no.
Fresh
Literally,
food does go
expiration
bad.
expiration
With
dates
what
are
cheese, how would
made
you
up.
know? When you eat kale, that makes no difference.
Kale is very obvious when it goes
It
bad.
does.
Yes.
It's very
It's
clear.
brown and wilty and
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like
But I'm
vegetables
talking
and
about the
fruit are
taste.
very. You don't need an
they
expiration
turn
date
into
because
liquid.
it's
That's
got
true.
mold and it's
Mhm.
disgusting. But no, truly, I have a friend whose husband works in like grocery store
Mhm.
deli making field. You know that one, and they're all just made up. There's like it's just our best guess of when it would probably not be great anymore.
Oh, really?
Like
I
it's
buy
not
meat
going to
all
make
the
you
time.
sick.
It's got another day, maybe even 2, and we open it up and it smells horrible.
Yeah, it's like you just
So
have to
it's
go
like-
by because by the time it's processed and packaged and brought to the grocery store and sat on the
It's a
grocery
month
store
and a half
shelves.
old.
Yeah, it's like it's anybody's best guess when it's going to go
Yeah.
bad. It's all just made up.
That's true.
You just I don't know, sniff test, whatever. I don't know.
Well, here's their explanation in California. The most perplexing thing about refrigerators is why refrigerator is not spelled with a D, but fridge is.
I've never.
It's-
It's weird.
So confusing.
Have you seen that new Adam Sandler comedy show on Netflix?
No.
He talks about who's the guy who did the dictionary?
Webster?
Webster.
or
He's talking
Oyster.
about Webster and his idiot brother, and his brother comes in and he like wants certain words, and he makes up like that's where those words come from, according
Fridge
to
and fridge?
Well, just like different words. It's like let's spell it this way, just because he's a freaking idiot, you know. And the mom makes him put them in, so that's where these bizarre spellings come from.
The second most perplexing thing is how long can you keep food inside a refrigerator? California just become the first state to ban sell-by dates. They're simply simplifying how dates are used on products to cut back on food waste at stores to reduce consumer costs. So you're not tossing food that's still perfectly fine and rebuying it. Oh, so in other words, they're implying that sell-by dates aren't real. They're just trying to get you to buy it fast.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's all it is.
Because here's the thing: you could sell it by today, and then it could sit in your fridge for a month.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? What does
Yeah.
the sell by date even
Yep.
mean?
Mhm.
Well-
And it doesn't say like use within 2 weeks of sell by date.
It's
or something, you know,
liability.
it's-
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, isn't this also just like an idea that was a bad idea for grocery stores if they're throwing away 40% of their stuff?
Yeah,
I mean,
it seems horrible.
it
Well,
seems
if
like
they
a
don't
really
sell
dumb
it, then,
idea.
you know, what can you
But
do?
I still don't understand why that doesn't bring prices down.
Yes,
I don't
It
know.
I
doesn't
agree.
make any sense.
I agree with you. So here's the deal. The law takes effect on July 1st of 2026. It prohibits the
some time.
it prohibits the use of consumer-facing sell-by dates. Also requires standardized language for date labels. At that point, date labels can only say one of two things: best if used by to indicate peak quality, and used by to designate food safety.
Okay.
So best if used by peak quality, used by is so you don't poison yourself. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that
Right.
makes sense.
I don't know. Have you ever bought something and you thought, oh, this is going to be great, and you get it home and the sell-by date was like 4 days ago?
Of course.
I usually just
I
open it up and
Sell
give
by
it
it
a sniff.
doesn't. Yeah, sell by it doesn't mean anything.
Well, like Andy was saying, the meat that sometimes you buy that
Yeah.
smells or it's a little brown when you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and like I remember Andy in particular, he'd always go through our pantry and be like, this is all, this is all, this is all, throw it, throw it, throw it.
And
And
I would
I'd be
just-
like, you can bring that to the food shelf.
Yeah.
Food shelves take expired canned goods.
I'd eat it out of the
Mhm.
trash.
They're like, it's not expired. It's canned. Unless it,
Yeah.
unless somehow
Yeah.
the seal has gotten broken, it's perfectly good.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right,
Wow.
do you.
You keep things that are like 2.5 years expires.
It's
Is that-
perfectly fine.
Oh,
okay.
well, Nana.
Well, if you didn't eat it in 2.5 years, I think I
You're
can
not gonna eat it.
probably get rid of it.
Oh, but there's certain things that you only want certain times.
Yeah, like
No,
I'm going
but
to
it
save
just-
this
Can of
for when I'm
Spam.
50.
You can't spam. You're not gonna eat
It
that every
also
day.
just seems like you clean out your pantry, and it seems like for the next 2 years you just cleaned out the pantry because
yeah.
it's such a horrible job taking it all out and
That's
looking
right.
at all.
Yeah, we do it every so often, but we're pretty good at keeping up with that sort of thing. We only buy what we eat. There's not much in our pantry that like doesn't get eaten.
Well, with those
Yeah.
kids, you're not gonna have to
Yeah.
worry about that for a couple
Not
of years.
yet. Ethan
Couple
is,
years it'll be coming up.
Yeah,
I
Ethan
came
is
from-
at the point where he doesn't eat very much, and when he does, he doesn't eat much of it. But yeah, once he hits like probably 6 years old, that's when they just start eating
Oh yeah.
absolutely everything in gigantic amounts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they start doing that growth spurt stuff, that's when they eat everything. In
Yep.
sight.
I
Yeah, at
remember.
2.5, 3, they don't really grow a ton. Even 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running it by you guys. See if you can guess what this is. And don't be looking it up in there, Andy, you cheater.
Okay.
No Googling.
How much in 2024 going into 25, how much does the American dream really cost?
That
It depends on what you
It's
think
very
American
vague.
Dream
What
is.
does that mean?
Okay, well, let me click on it and I'll read the story and
Uh-oh. Don't
see.
get clickbait.
mm-mm.
No, it's on Wise Brother.
Uh,
Has the American dream changed, and does this fit your definition of what it is? An annual study by Investopedia found you now need to earn, and I'll tell you the amount, to achieve the American dream. If you work from 18 to 65, that's an average of around, we'll tell you when we get
that's
to
an
it,
average of why.
which is way more than most people make, but they say it's achievable for couples with 2 incomes. It all depends on what your definition of the American dream is, though. And the only one they use isn't the classic definition. It used to mean that if you worked hard enough, anyone could make it, buy a house, and leave their kids better off.
Yeah, basically, as long as if you have a house and your children do better than you, that's what I would call the American dream.
There you go. Investopedia's definition is more specific. Here are the 8 things they factored in and how they got to the number they got to.
At least 5 F-150s in your driveway.
Yeah, there you go.
A
Should I
gold
start?
bar?
Should I start at the bottom or the top?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Probably start at the bottom.
Just do it random. Shuffle it.
Paying for your own funeral will cost $8,500.
Why? You're
Yeah,
dead. Why do you care?
That's-
why
my
do you
funeral is not part of my dream.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, there you go. Having pets,
Yeah. Most people have pets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$37,000 in your lifetime.
It's very expensive to have a dog.
No, yeah.
Over a lifetime, that's actually really not that.
It's not
bad.
much.
Really?
Yeah.
A
Okay.
big wedding. No.
Mm,
So,
yeah.
But I remember,
I don't know.
I remember both of your weddings, and they're a hell of a
I'm
lot
glad.
more than both
Yeah.
of your weddings.
Yeah.
Big wedding, the minimum for a big wedding now is $45,000.
I don't think ours cost that much.
No.
It was about 35.
I was talking to somebody that had their daughter's wedding at Minnesota Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota Valley didn't let the people there go into the bar to get drinks
Why not?
because they weren't members.
Ah.
So
Somebody
you're selling
spends
something.
a ton of money on a
Mhm.
wedding,
Yeah.
and the guests couldn't
And they
get
didn't
alcohol from
set
the
up
bar.
a bar for
Well,
them?
they had
That
that,
makes no
but people
sense.
like showed up and thought, "Oh, let's go into the bar and get a
Got
couple."
turned
drinks.
away at the
We're all
door.
turned away because they're not members.
Yep.
That makes
I
no
wonder if
sense.
Well, yeah,
that's
well, how
it
are
is
you
at every country
Well, yeah. How are you
club, though.
supposed to charge them?
That's
Well, it
true.
doesn't make
Cash?
any
Well,
sense.
pay. I mean,
Well, they always
Like
at a regular country club, they always charge
Yeah.
your account. They don't
Yeah.
do
Right.
cash.
They should have had a
That
guy
sounds
with an
loud, but-
Uzi follow in everyone that
no.
There
goes
you go.
in. You go into the bar, you step out of line.
Oh my God. Annual vacations. This is annually.
See, these are like, if you ask people in the 50s, like, are you going to take a vacation every year and have a gigantic wedding? They'd be like, hell no, of course
No.
not. That's like
They'll get in the
super
car.
ultra luxury.
They'll get in the car and drive to
Yeah,
grandma's.
exactly. It's
Yep. Yeah.
This is like top 1% lifestyle, I would say. Maybe top
Mm.
10%.
You know,
All
top
right.
10, yeah.
Yeah.
Annual vacations, $180,000.
What?
A year.
A year?
What?
No, 180 a year.
180 a year.
No.
Where are you going?
Where the hell are
Mars?
money
they
do you
going?
make?
Japan for a
Yeah.
month?
What?
Japan for a
What?
month would be a lot less than $180,000 unless you
Wow.
bought a house while you're there.
I mean, I remember thinking that we were wealthy. We lived in a very middle class neighborhood. I remember thinking we were wealthy because we would go on trips. I mean, and this
Yeah.
meant like up to Brainerd for a week,
Mhm.
Yep.
you know, that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Exactly. Like this
Many-
idea of
Many of our
constantly
neighbors.
constant vacations is like it's a new thing that people wouldn't have even conceived of as
Mhm.
early as 2 generations ago.
Yeah, many of our neighbors never took a vacation, and much less were. If you took an airplane trip when I was like in high school, that meant you were really like something else.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that just
sure.
didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
Owning new cars, $811,000. That's
Sure.
a little lifetime though, so I suppose
What
that's
$811,000?
Yeah, how many cars you buying over that?
how much is a car now?
It depends on the
Probably
car.
like 40-ish. I
Mine
think.
was 32,000.
I think the
Yeah.
average car is around 40. So I mean, that's 20 cars. How often
Yeah.
are you buying a car?
Well, over your lifetime.
20
Well,
cars.
20 is a
20
lot.
that's-
You're right.
That's a lot of cars.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of cars.
Yeah.
It only gets worse. Owning a home. Oh, wait a minute. Raising 2 kids, Andy and
Uh-oh.
Alex.
Yeah. Kids are expensive.
Yeah.
Boy, I
Mhm.
didn't know it was going to be this cheap. I'll tell you that after raising Andy and
The
Alex.
first kid's expensive. The second kid just gets all the first one's crap.
I
Hmm.
don't
Unless they're
remember
different
that
genders.
happening.
Yeah.
you-
Nah.
yeah.
I
Just
don't
get-
remember that one.
And they're into completely different things.
Yeah.
Well, yes, that is a thing.
Raising 2 kids will cost you $832,000.
Yeah. Right.
Much more than
Yeah.
that.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a lot
right.
more than
Oh,
that.
no, it's
Depends on
probably
if they're going to college.
Yeah.
I thought it was
And,
$1
like, their
million
interests.
10 years ago. They
Yeah.
said to raise a kid from
Yeah.
0 to 18.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
So total, you got to make about what, 300 a year?
Well, I just read something that said that you
have.
have to make $30 an hour to live, to be middle class now.
it's probably about
You
right.
have to.
Honestly,
Didn't work 40 hours a week?
Yep.
Okay, how much an hour?
$30 an hour. And I don't know if that means individually, and probably.
I think it
Well,
would
it'd
be
be
100 bucks a week.
120. That'd be 120 or 100.
150,000.
Yeah, you need you
Yeah.
need around $120,000 now to be middle class, because it's now everything's 20 to 30% more.
it depends
than
on where
was.
you live. If you live in the downtown area, sure, but if you're
No.
willing to commute, you can live off a whole lot
Well,
less
think
than
about
that.
your car payment. I mean, your car payments and insurance and just the going to the doctor. I mean, my car tire was $500
Yeah.
to replace a
Yep.
car tire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't make some money, you can't replace your car tire. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people don't have like $500 in cash laid around. They're going to have to put it on a credit card. They'd pay 25% interest on it. It's ridiculous.
Doesn't car insurance pay for tires?
No.
Well, then
No.
what's the point of
No.
it?
Well,
Well,
it
car accidents, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
If a deer
No.
runs out in front of your
Mhm.
Subaru Outback
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you smash into it.
yeah, you don't. I think the rule of thumb is you don't want to pay, or you don't want to claim anything on your insurance unless it's at least what, $1,000 past your deductible.
Hmm.
Something like that. Michael's got to hit
Otherwise-
the road. He's taking care of
Bye.
family
Bye.
and
Good to see you.
business. See you later.
Later.
Otherwise, your premiums just go up and
Yeah.
forever. So it's not worth claiming a lot of things.
I suppose.
Owning a home is number 2, $930,000 over the course of your life. It's more than that, isn't it?
I mean, if you buy, that's probably like 3 average houses, 4 average
But
houses.
They're more than 300 grand now. I'll tell you that. At least in Minnesota, they are.
Again, it depends on where you are. Where I am,
Well, that's
nope.
true. Yeah, that's true.
But if I tried to buy my house in like Edina, it'd probably be $1.5 million.
Well, your house was over 3.
Barely.
Yeah, but still, I'm just saying that's way out there.
And then you have to put away $1.6 million to retire comfortably.
At
Hmm.
least.
At least, probably. Investopedia's definition is more specific. Here are the 8 things they factored in. We just read them all 8. In order to live a good life now with a family of 4, mom, dad, and 2 kids, or dad, mom, whatever your combo is,
Mhm.
Sure.
$4.4 million.
I mean, over a lifetime, that
that's
doesn't
not
really seem like an
shocking at all.
insane amount of money.
So that would be,
But if you're making $100,000 a year,
that's 44
It's
years.
44 years. There you go.
but geez,
But jeez.
you're not. And look at we were just talking about the cost of living
Mhm.
from when we were,
Oh, God, yes.
and we were just marveling at how much everything costs now. I mean, with inflation over 40 years.
Mhm.
In 40 more years, this $100,000 is
true.
not going to make it. You're
In
going
40
to
more years, it's going to be worth half as much,
Half as
probably,
much.
if
So you're-
that.
So, and not everybody gets a decent cost of living raise, and not everybody, when the economy tanked 3 years ago, got 20%, 30%
Mhm.
more in their salaries. It just didn't happen. People are not doing well. And those kinds of things seem to happen in the United States about every 10 to 15 years.
Yeah, something
All of
like
a sudden we
that.
have some sort of crash or
Yep,
crisis or
right.
something terrible happens. And
Hopefully they'll hold off on that one for a while again. It's
yeah,
been
if we
rough enough
could
the way it
please,
is.
if we could please.
So God, I was going to ask you guys a question, but now I forgot what it was. But what the hell? I was just going to bring something up here.
Some
But-
country just made it illegal to short stock.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You can't short it?
Yeah, which I think is great because shorting
Mhm.
stocks causes a lot of problems for a lot of people.
It does, yeah. No question about it.
Let's see. Oh, they temporarily banned it in 2008 in America
They did?
and in
Oh.
the Great Depression and in the Eurozone debt crisis 2011 they banned it for a little while. And
I didn't know they could temporarily ban it.
yeah, no, apparently they've temporarily banned shorting. But let's see. China, you're not allowed to short basically at all, which
That
makes
would make
sense.
sense.
South Korea, it's banned until next year. Malaysia, you're not allowed to do it there. So basically, Asia. Asians don't like short selling.
They do not. It's absolutely
No, well,
true.
that's because you can manipulate the whole entire economy
Yep.
with it if you have enough money.
Yep, you sure can.
I remember now what I wanted to ask, and it's for all three of you, because I would have to go back to like 1969, I guess it would be. I went to a local fast food restaurant that just opened on Penn Avenue and West Broadway in North Minneapolis. And I remember how much a hamburger was. How much is a hamburger now at McDonald's or Burger King or any of
No
those places?
clue.
Anybody have a clue? Andy, you could look it up.
Can try.
Because somebody told me
I
they're
don't know. Someone in our
several
chat
bucks.
would know better than me. How much is it? What did you say? Burger and fries?
No, just a hamburger, one hamburger, either at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever.
Just a hamburger. Someone out there will know.
Yeah, somebody out there will know how much
My
it
guess is like $6.
$5 or $6 is what most people are saying, yes, online now. But when I was a kid, and it was a Burger King that opened, I can say that. I don't even know if it's
Excuse
still
me.
there or not. I have no idea if it's still there or not.
Where'd you say it was?
Penn Avenue and Broadway in North Minneapolis.
Let's
There was a
see.
Burger King right there on the corner.
North Penn Avenue and West Broadway. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Let's see. What's currently there? There's a bunch of stuff, but not a Burger King.
Yeah, so they must have torn it down to build housing or something.
Looks like it's the Olympic Cafe Plus now.
Oh, the Olympic Cafe. That's what. Okay, that works.
There you go.
So a burger there when I was in 1969, I believe, was 35 cents. We could look that up too. That should be pretty easy to look up. How much was a Burger King hamburger in 1969?
That should be easy to look up, huh?
I don't know why not. I know
I
it takes some
can
effort. Sorry, you got to make
try.
some effort here. You know, what kind of deal?
Here's a 1960s Burger King menu board that someone took a picture of.
See,
Hamburger, 27 cents.
there you go. So 69 would have been 35 cents.
32 for a cheeseburger. So that's probably what you're thinking of.
So there you go. So that was in
I have a
1969.
burger
You
with
said.
It says
Jeez.
60s. So sometime in the 60s.
Okay. So anybody know how much a hamburger is now? Is it really $5 or $6?
Has
Is
anyone?
Is it really
Yes.
16 times more expensive than it was?
Everything's 16 times
Well,
more
let's
expensive.
calculate the inflation, shall we?
I suppose, yeah.
Let's see. 69, 32 cents today is worth 283.
I'll see. So it's almost twice the
It's
same
almost-
value.
Let's see. Burger King burger. Joe says it's $1.99, so it's actually
Oh,
cheaper now.
really?
Oh, so that's not bad. So it's $2.
Yeah, $2. So, but is it that a cheeseburger or a hamburger?
Can you get a pickle on
Because a
there?
hamburger was
Yeah.
27 cents, which today is $2.39. So it's about the same
Yeah,
after inflation.
after inflation. So it's about the same price.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess
It
so.
just inflation. It's
That does seem reasonable.
money is almost 10 times less valuable than it was in the 60s.
Mhm.
Okay, I have 5 questions I'm supposed to ask you. The listener sent this in.
What is your name?
What is your name? You got to get out there and live your life. So I say none of this stuff is weird except maybe number 2. Google posted its top. It is it weird questions we've asked in 2024. They're all about doing stuff when you're alone.
Hmm,
Okay, you ready?
I'm never alone, so I
Yeah,
don't
there
do
you go.
anything.
Number 5, is it weird to eat alone at a restaurant? No,
No.
it wouldn't be
To me,
weird.
yes.
I wouldn't.
It'd be uncomfortable, but it wouldn't
I'd
be
rather
weird.
I'd rather no. I mean, if I see people eating alone, I always think I just wish I could do that.
Yeah, I
just-
would feel weird.
I never see anybody at a restaurant eating alone and think, oh wow, how sad.
I don't think it's sad.
I
I
don't
just
think it's sad.
weird.
I just think it's
That's
for me. I'd
strange.
rather take it away and eat it in my car by
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
it's like people
Really?
who read
Yeah,
in the
a
car.
restaurant at a table?
Yeah,
Because
I'd
then I
rather
can listen to the radio and
Right.
You could bring a book. You could
talk
have,
on my phone with
you could have
somebody
headphones in
and
at a
feel like I'm
restaurant.
connecting with other humans.
Well, I feel like the
I
point
don't
of a
know, just how it
restaurant is to like do something with someone.
Yeah.
Eat food.
So it's like I don't know.
Oh, I just would never.
I mean, I would never. I think it depends on the restaurant. You know, I'm not going to go to some upscale restaurant and take myself out to dinner.
Yeah.
But if I went to, you
Yeah.
know,
I've got a friend that goes out to lunch almost every day
By yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah,
There you
I
go.
don't know. I don't think whatever.
So is it weird to eat at a restaurant alone? No, but there's a stigma because restaurants are kind of set up for people to eat together. So if it feels weird, just sit at the bar. Number 4,
Okay, I agree with that. Sit at the bar.
is it weird to go to the movies alone?
No.
No, I've been to the movies.
Movies, no, not so
No,
much.
I agree.
Mm-mm.
But again, I'd rather just do it at home if I can.
It says now that there's so much to stream, your exact point, Andy, it might be less common, but plenty of people still do it, but it's a lot less common.
Because
Yeah.
you're not talking to anybody.
No.
Yeah.
You're sitting in a chair.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Oh,
Is it weird to go to a concert alone? No, wouldn't think so.
I would never go to a concert by myself.
I wouldn't either.
I
I
have
used
been.
to have to do it.
There have been so many
Yeah, but you're
times
working.
where people
Yeah.
have come and I would be like, I'd love to go see their concert, but nobody, I
Mm.
wouldn't. Like Dan, I could be like, would you come to this concert with me? He'd be like, sure. I don't know any of their songs, but I'll go with you. But I'm like, I'm not going to do that. That's dumb.
Yeah.
You want to go to a concert with somebody that actually
Yeah.
enjoys.
Yeah.
Like I have a friend that they're a couple, they're married and they don't like the same music, but they always go to concerts with each other, even though they don't really like the same music. And I'm like,
That's
I would rather,
weird.
yeah, I'm like, I would rather not go or
Yeah.
find a friend that would enjoy
Sure.
the same music, you know?
I mean, like maybe if they enjoyed the concert ironically.
It's
Like
not
I hate this person so much
Okay.
that it's funny.
So it's not like they don't like the other's music. You know, they went to a Taylor Swift concert. What adult man is like, yes,
Not a lot of
Some
them.
of them.
amped to go
some
to a
of them-
Taylor's. What straight adult
I was
man?
going to say that roughly 2% of them, I believe.
Yeah, what straight adult man and be like, yep,
hmm
Taylor Swift concert. It's going to be awesome. But he went with his wife because she loves Taylor Swift.
Well, it's like
know,
when
like-
Melissa and I watched Grey's Anatomy. It's like I didn't hate it, but I didn't really care that much about it either.
Yeah.
It's like, it's fine.
But see, that's the thing. I would never be like, Dan, I want you to watch Gilmore Girls with me. I'd be like, I'll watch it by myself. I would never ask him to watch
Yeah.
a show that I knew he wouldn't be really interested in.
Is it weird to talk to yourself?
I do it if it is.
Most
I have
as
a
I get
problem.
older, I do it way more.
I do it
Mm.
constantly.
I'm always running an external checklist just to get out of the house now. I don't know what it is, but it's like, okay,
I have always talked
Coffee,
to myself
water,
all the time.
bag, yoga mat, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah.
All
Yeah.
right, there's
Dog.
a qualifier for this one.
Oh boy.
Is it weird to talk to yourself? Well, it depends. In public at full volume, yes.
Yes.
It's weird.
Well, yeah.
Well, so many people do that on their cell phone. They've got their
Damn it,
earpiece in and they're just
Catherine.
yelling at people. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yep.
okay, are they nuts or do they have an earpiece in?
Yeah.
Is it weird to go to a bar alone? No.
I think for some people,
Plenty
no.
of people do it.
Depending on what your purpose for going to the bar
Yeah.
is. Are you just going to the bar to get smashed by
Yeah.
yourself? That's
Yeah.
weird.
Or sometimes if you're just, you got to kill some time,
Well, and it depends on the situation. Like I have a friend that travels a lot for work and
Yeah.
she'll be like, oh, I got to my hotel and I went to the bar and had a glass of wine.
Right.
Because then I had a dinner meeting later.
Right. You're killing some time.
Yeah. Like,
rather than sitting in your hotel room watching bad, if you even get any good TV
yeah.
channels.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Bring, bring a
she's
Game
like,
Boy.
I needed a snack. And so I
Mhm.
got
Yeah.
some fries and a glass of wine because I got there at 3 and I had dinner at 5.
Fries
you
and
know,
a glass of wine reminds me of what Ethan did a couple days ago.
drank fries and a glass of wine.
No, he dipped his fries in his applesauce.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah,
He just thought about that. He just did
oh
it.
yeah, kids.
And then he
too.
ate it. And Melissa's like, so is it good? And he goes, it is not.
It is not.
It is not.
I can't imagine it is. No.
I don't know. People do like the fries and the milkshake.
Melissa
sweet and
says
savory
she
thing.
likes that. I've never done it. It just sounds gross. to me.
Listen, I've done it, and it just tastes like a milkshake, and then you're chewing. Like
Well.
it's very okay. I would never be like, yeah,
See,
Yeah.
I like the crispiness
I
of a
don't-
fry. I don't need it to be all
yeah.
gross.
Dan will do it sometimes, not like frequently, but sometimes he'll be like, try this again and see if you like it. And I'm like, it's like a 4 out of 10. I don't know. I didn't dislike it, but I wasn't impressed.
Forgot how warm this shirt is. I thought it was going to be freezing this morning. It's
All
not
right,
so
we only
bad.
got a couple of minutes left, so I'm going to run through the top 5
Run.
things.
Sorry.
What?
Uh,
What was that?
that discussion's going to happen as soon as the mics go off.
Hey, you'll yell at us.
It's ADD
We'll say-
Monday.
It's going to be fine. And then we'll have the same conversation 2 weeks from now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just skip all of it.
Well, just don't interrupt people.
Not. I just said
It's
run.
in everybody.
I kind of did.
Yeah. The top 5 things that are so obviously weird you don't have to ask anybody about it. Well, the top 5 things, there are 10 of them. I don't know why they said top, but I'm just going to run through them quickly.
Yeah, rip through
Was this
those.
one of those joke lists?
Oh, God. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Okay, you
And
ready?
they're rarely funny.
Top 5 things that are so obviously weird you don't have to ask Google. Number 1, quoting J.D. Vance.
Oh my God.
Referring to your spouse as lover.
Yeah.
Oh, we know somebody who does that.
Oh,
Two thumbs down
You
on that
do?
one.
gross.
Yep.
Yes, we do.
Lover.
Lover.
Ugh, that's
Okay.
disgusting.
This,
Well.
I'm going to hold
I
this up.
hate that so much.
Disgusting. Okay, you see that? Next
Uh-huh.
question. Is it weird to order Pepsi over Coke?
I don't care. What
Most
you
people
do.
would pick Coke.
But I got to be honest with you. Wild cherry, Diet Pepsi, I like, but Coke, I like better than Pepsi. So I like them both
You
for
do
different
you.
things. Do
I
you
like
do
Pepsi when I eat pizza, and I like Coke by itself.
that? Okay, this one, I don't know if I can read or not without hurling. Jude, don't pay attention. Don't
Jude.
listen
Oh,
to this.
dear.
Open mouth kissing a dog?
What?
Who would do that?
Don't think that's a thing.
God.
Why?
Well, Ethan used to do that.
Well,
He
he's
just
a-
opened his mouth and let Daisy lick it.
Well, they're
Ugh.
just kids are weird.
Yes,
Oh, this
they
is
are.
bad news for Fawn and Sage.
Oh no.
What is it weird owning a Harry Potter wand?
No.
So many children own Harry Potter.
They do, don't they?
As an adult, maybe, depending.
Depending on what you do
I
with
gotta
it. Are you
bug
going
out.
around like saying,
Yeah, like, or is it you went to Harry Potter World and
what?
quack quack? 1 second.
Okay.
10:45.
They got
I have a yoga class at 11.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh.
Last 4, I'll run through all 4 of them.
Goodness.
Collecting mannequins, flossing with a piece of hair. Oh, Jesus.
I've done it.
You floss
Bl-
with a piece of hair.
Blow drying your crotch. Okay, thank
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
you. I've seen guys do it at workout
I'm
joints. They
sure.
take a shower
Well,
and
you
they
don't chafe or
Yeah.
put
pretty
one
much.
leg up on the old counter and
Yeah.
and finally
Ew.
clipping your nails in public.
Mm,
Why would you
that's
ever do that?
gross.
If you have a hangnail or something,
Well, yeah,
I have a
suppose.
nail file all the time. I
There
file
you
my
go.
nails constantly.
It depends on where. Are you like at a restaurant
Yeah,
or are you at the
and you're
park?
just like chick chick
Yeah.
chick. Like
Trying to
out.
get you out of here on
I
time,
know,
honey.
they
They
just
won't
won't
do it.
stop
Well, she can
talking.
leave.
yeah, just
Well,
leave.
we got to leave anyway.
Yeah. we can- Whatever.
All right, that is going to do it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.
Got a picture in my noggin reminds me of this one was before. Every time I hear the singing reminds me how you talking